All right. Want to do a quick test? 1, 2, 3. 1,
No.
2, 3. Okay.
No.
Good.
We're live, pal.
We're live. We're live, brother.
We're live.
Ooh,
My name is Tommyinvincible, and welcome to One on One with the Invincible One. And my guest tonight is Steven Person. Steven Person, introduce yourself real quick.
Well, my name is Steven Person. I've been wrestling for a good amount of years now. I've been lucky enough to share rings with a lot of people that I honestly respect, some people that I watched, some people that I watched come up, including Tommy. And it's been a very good trip. I'm from Staten Island, New York, born and raised, trained by the WWE Hall of Famer, Johnny Rods, just like this gentleman here. It's kind of weird now because I'm in the interviewee spot and you're in the interview spot because I had him on my podcast, the Nerd Badge Podcast, also available on Apple and Spotify. So it's kind of weird having this happen now. So
Big role reversal, Pa.
Big role reversal.
Just when you think you know, you don't know.
Reverse it, brother.
So here we go. First off, I want to start off by thanking you, which is publicly because it's recorded now, although it's just us in a hallway. Thank you for everything you've done for me this year. I credit you and the Cornerman Juan Jeremy for everything that I've accomplished this year in terms of indie wrestling. I've told you guys specifically I have a big problem with asking for things. You guys took it. Instead of judging me or mocking me for it, you went out and you basically put my name in any conversation you could. And I really, really appreciate it. You two are one of the most selfless people I've met in this entire business. I really appreciate you, and I hope to be able to repay you somehow, some way in the future.
Friendship is all I ask. I don't look for things. I don't do things for rewards. I just do things because I know people deserve things, and if I can do anything to help anybody out, that's what I can do.
But a lot of people bury people in this business.
Yeah, those people suck.
A lot of people are jabroni-ass marks, let's be honest, and you're one of those people that you don't try to dim people's light to make it so you shine. You put out people's name. You say, let's get this guy in, and either to work with him yourself or just to get the guy in the promotion. And you've done that for me many, many times. And that's why we're back here. And I am the host now. Yay. I'm the host, baby.
Hit me with the questions. I like this.
Hit you with the questions. Okay, fine. I think this is what everyone wants to know.
Guys are shooting promos. It's kind of funny. It happens every time we did this.
We're wrestlers, brother. Why the mustache?
Well, the mustache, actually, it started with a good friend. I'm pretty sure you know him, Johnny Broadway. So it started a long time ago. This is about maybe, I want to say like, was it 2024 now? So about 2010, I started growing it. And it was literally, we did it for Freddie Mercury's birthday. It was a celebration of his birthday. And then it just kind of transitioned to something else. It just kind of took a life of its own. And then people said I look good with it. It looks natural. So I just kind of grew it out. And I kept it for a while. And things went well, and it was very well received. For a while, I did. Remember when Cody Rhodes had his mustache?
I do.
So what happened was that when he shaved it, it was the same time that I started growing it. So I said, Steven Person and formerly known as Cody Rhodes mustache.
So you have Cody Rhodes mustache.
Yeah. So he got he got in future endeavored.
Respect the game. I like that though.
He got future endeavored, and then he started hanging out with me. So yeah. So
So respect the game. You see that? Just like I thanked Maddie Rinkowski, Ren Sinclair for the idea of using these mics in the first place. You have to respect the game and why you got certain ideas. Okay, and I think
microphones are dope. I love them. That's what we use.
Microphones are very nice.
Yep. Sorry. Back to the mustache. So I shaved it. I grew it back with the intention of really.
So it's real. Because everyone wants to know: is that
it's real? It's real. This is all gel too, by the way.
I think mine's real too. I got the City Boy stash going on.
A little trim and neat. I like it. Up the half and half. I like it.
I copied MVP.
That's good.
And I told him on Twitter too, and he acknowledged it, which is really thankful. He's one of the real ones, of course. But this is MVP style, just shaving it down. I never liked having my mustache, so when I shaved it down, it's like an excuse to have it. And
you would look like an old-timey bank owner if you grew it out. I would love it.
No, I don't think I look good with it.
But yeah, so the mustache, I grew it back out like about 2021. And it took about maybe 6 months to get to the length that I really wanted it to. So
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months, about 6 months. And then I started trimming it, doing all the right stuff to it. And then I started growing it out. And it took about a year after that to get it to the point where I wanted it to, where it was nice and full. And then I not shaved it, but I trimmed it about a couple months ago. So this is about maybe since the end of January right now. So it's growing in very nicely. So this is the spot that I really wanted at. And Yeah.
And one of the other things I like about you, besides that you put other people over besides yourself, is that you are always Steven Person. What you see is what you get, folks. This ain't no gimmick.
I feel
This
like
guy has a shirt of his own facial hair with biceps.
it deserves it.
This guy is one of the realest.
But the thing is, like, I always felt like Steven Person was like when I first started wrestling at Johnny's. It was supposed to be like the complete opposite of what I am. Like in real life, I don't know if anybody really met me or whatever. Like some people think like the Steven Person persona is a real thing, but the thing is, I'm just a happy-go-lucky guy. I always help people. I'm the nicest guy. I like to say I'm the nicest guy in the world. So that's one thing I really kind of like generally try and reverse when I become Steven Person, because I mean I'm not into myself. I don't sit there and take myself too seriously in real life. But the Steven Person character has always been, how should I say, like over the top with every single small, minute detail. He's the guy that just like exemplifies. Like, I crossed the street without getting hit by a car. That makes me so much better than you.
And honestly, that is kind of you.
It is.
It's just your personality.
Yeah.
You just have that bubbly, outgoing personality, and it's not a bad thing. It's just obviously heel, face in the ring. But I think even outside this out of character thing, I think you are a really, really good guy.
Thank you.
And you're always amplified, always nice to be around.
So yeah, I just felt like
even that he's not in character. He's just doing shit.
I feel like
he's just doing things.
I don't know. So yeah, I feel like the Steven Person character was always, again, like the complete opposite of me in real life, and I just amplify it times 10. So it's funny. Like I'm pretty sure you had this too. Like where you had people like in your regular life that come out and see you wrestle, and they just kind of like, wow, I didn't think of you like this. You know, because people at my job, people that like my neighbors, and they come out to shows, and they're like, where do you get this from? Like, where is this person? Like, what the hell?
It's really cool to people what we do. See, sometimes we get so we don't look outside the box. Yeah, this is really cool that what we do. We're athletes, or the mental stuff, all the stress we go through, and sometimes we're like, oh, it's not a big deal because we're so used to training. It's what we do. But yeah, this is cool to people. That's why I do it. I know that's why you do it too. You love to entertain. You always involve the crowd. So that's why I wanted you to be the first guest on one-on-one with the Invincible One.
And he was my first guest on the front row section.
First guest. So look how that works, guys. When we put each other over, we all get over. I'm going to say that again.
Slower.
I'm going to say
There's somebody watching us right now on their phone. Pay attention. Put your phone down.
He's threatening to kill people because he's losing the match tonight. Ready? Ready? When we put each other over, we all get over.
100%. That's it.
We could all eat. I heard this in high school.
Yep.
Someone said. I go in the Bronx. We were just talking, and he was just like, we all could eat.
Yep. Everyone can eat. There's more food out there.
We all could eat if we all just put each other over. It's really that simple. Stop burying people. Stop talking shit about people. Stop going on Twitter and trying to fight people. Especially when you don't know what they're capable of. Oh, that is a huge subliminal. I don't know if you've been on Twitter. That's a huge subliminal, a personal one for me. You can look at that up yourself because the tweets aren't deleted. Be good to each other. We're all in this business because we're a little bit broken. But you know what's broken of mine? My off button, because I don't stop. Let's all put each other over. Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Anything you want to say about that, about putting each other over?
No, just be kind to each other. You know, like a wise man once said, if you're going to be strong enough so that you can be kind. That's it. That's it. There may be people you don't like. Go ahead, give them kindness. You know, there may be someone you personally don't align with. Give them kindness. That's all it takes. And as another infamous duo said, be excellent to one another. So, yeah.
Well, who said that?
Bill and Ted, bro.
Oh, we're not going to leave the beautiful audience here on a cliffhanger.
Bill and Ted. Bill and Ted.
We got to give them all the answers. We got to give them all the answers.
It's
Although we
awesome.
actually know nothing. Well, thank you, Steven Person.
Thank you for having me.
I'm honored that you're my first one. No matter what, you're in the history books. And thank you again for all you've done for me.
Remember, Steven Person IP on Twitter.
Plug all your stuff.
Quinstagram 789 on Instagram. My beautiful, beautiful podcast, the Nerd Badge Podcast. If you want to catch it, just Google it. It'll pop up on everything. Whatever you listen to, it's on there. I mean, it's great stuff. We talk about great stuff on there. I had him on the front row section where I interview pro wrestlers. It's a really nice little subject space. So just check it out, man. It's a good time. Listen, that's it.
Check it out. This has been One-on-One with the Invincible One.
In person.
In person.